Hello and welcome back. It's me again, and today I've decided to talk about some of the criticisms of evolution. And today is button mashing day, because next up in clearing the chest we have the Forgotten. And again, I'm going for Hush and also Mega Satan and Delirium, but mainly Hush and the chest. Those are the two primary goals. And it's time to get mashy. Oh, that was bad. Why did I do that? I mean, it's not that bad, I guess, but that's unfortunate that I left, and wow. Okay, that would be nice. Really, really nice. But the Forgotten is a fairly easy character. I have found myself saying that a lot, actually, and then dying. So, maybe I should be more careful when I say something like that. Nah, it's probably fine. Good, good. A-bomb. That's what I need, because I think that's the secret room. Perfect. And more bombs. And it's a spider item. Yay! Where? Oh, where? Whoa, oh. Whoa. Where, oh, where could the secret room be? I'm not even sure. To be quite honest with you, there are, I think, 2 places it could be. Let's check. I was quite incorrect. So, 3 places it could be, most likely. Oh, I wanted to break those. Good. Thank you, Curse of the Maze. And now I can reasonably check the cursed room again. And it is not there. Huh. Okay. There are 2 more places it could be. I wanted that. Why am I doing there? But it worked. Have you considered that? Tears down doesn't matter so much. Bad trip is unfortunate. All of those were pretty bad, I'm gonna say it. Okay, final location. It has to be here, right? Good, good. Please give me enough money? Enough money. I have used up almost all 5 of my bombs, but have you considered that I have the stopwatch now on floor 1? Oh, it's so good. I mean, I'm not a fan of how slow my fire rate currently is, or, you know, anything else. Ooh, and getting that on floor 1 is quite nice as well. Well, I have a bomb, so let's see how far I can get with a bomb. And that's good, I think. Nice. So today's topic... I'll take Yera and get out of there. Whoa. Today's topic is problems with evolution, and this isn't me necessarily saying that I have these particular problems with evolution. Oh, I kind of wanted to use that. These are problems that mainly come from John Lennox, a Christian apologetic and mathematician, interestingly enough. I have one of his books, God's Undertaker. I got that a few years ago. It was pretty good. I had some problems with some parts of it, but generally, I thought it was decent. It was a good rebuttal to something like the God delusion from Dawkins, you know? But again, that is not me endorsing every last thing that it says. And yes, I am checking for other stuff first. I almost have enough money to the point where it makes sense to go to the shop. Also, having flight and having... Nice. having flight effectively, even if it isn't super long range, is very nice, of course, with this character, so I expect to get more money and resources than I normally would in a run. Yeah, for reasons like that. For rooms like that. I still want a bomb, though. Oh, I should have used Jera in that room. I have so many bombs. I don't really need one, I guess? The secret room is most certainly there, but I've gotten... Actually, it has to be there, practically. I've gotten it wrong a few times now, though, so let me just do that, and... well, I have 15. I need to stop being indecisive. I generally like all of those. So, let's see what they are. Well, okay. Neat. Thanks. So, again, most of what I'm talking through today comes from John Lennox. They are his... Ooh. Bones! I was curious. Mostly, these are his arguments. And this doesn't mean that he denies evolution outright, but he subdivides it into different types and then argues about each type separately. That is, generally what he does, at least in the book that I read of his, and looking briefly at some of his more recent works, that is what he has done. Neat. So, the first thing to note about John Lennox's arguments here in XL is not great. Not a fan. The first thing he does is he subdivides evolution into a few different definitions. I want to say in his book, he came to 5 different definitions for evolution. What am I doing? I want to go here. Very nice. Very nice. I'll take that, and then I'll grab you, why not, and then I'll also see about all 3 of you. So he divides, I want to say, almost every single pill has been negative. That is very bad. He divides evolution, I want to say, into 5 different types in his book, but generally there are 3 that I will talk about that are the broadest classifications, broadest categories of evolution that are worth mentioning. Oh yeah, I don't have Jera anymore. I don't need special considerations. The first type of evolution, he says that people, like, he wants to define evolution so that people can more precisely know what is being talked about, because people on the internet do tend to mix them up quite a bit. The first one he singles out is abiogenesis, that is the origin of life itself. He claims, at least, is sometimes referred to as just evolution. I will keep you in mind for later. Now, I don't think I've personally ever seen anyone refer to abiogenesis as evolution, but who knows? Maybe someone did. Neat. Let's use that over here, so that way I can grab the last one later when I need it. If I need it. I might not. Have a little faith in me. I need damage. And I should not hit that guy with a stick. I'm learning. So again, he claims that abiogenesis is sometimes referred to as evolution, and so he feels that it is inappropriate, which it is. The term is abiogenesis. It's the origin of life from non-living matter, and it is entirely unknown really how it happened. the mechanisms behind it, that is, are entirely unknown. Ooh. Neat. Neat little room. Wish I had Jera there. There are speculations on it in abundance, but ultimately, I mean, you know, none of us were there, so... And also, it has never been observed to have happened either. Okay, good. And now I feel safe letting you out. The speculation... Oh! Yes! I want that. The current speculation, the current theory on abiogenesis is basically that if you have a very, very nice situation for life... Yeah, I'll take BOGO bombs, I guess. That... Oh! Nice! Somehow or another, with enough proteins and such, every single one has been bad. Well, I got my luck back, and I got the damage I wanted, at least. I have a lot of keys. Should I... Ooh, I'm glad I checked. Neat. The current speculation is that basically, if you have a very dense soup of amino acids, like a very, very dense soup, which could happen, I guess. Okay. Sure. Can I get the rock? No. That, given enough time and enough opportunity and maybe a little energy input into the system, that some simple... Oh, I thought it was an active item that I was gonna reroll. That's okay. Abel, you're cool. Ow. Don't get rid of my bone hearts, please. Those are really hard to replace. That early life could, in theory, be generated, although, again, it's never been seen to in practice, could, in theory, be generated by random strings of amino acids forming these self-replicating chains of amino acids, and that those chains would just gradually get more complex. There are certainly some holes in that theory, but it is a better theory than none at all. Let me put it that way. And I still have that one key bum, I guess, but I'll just go. Oh, good damage, good damage. Okay, thanks. Yeah, it's a spamming day. My thumb is gonna get a real workout. Good, I got my range back. And then some. I wonder if this actually increases the size of my hitbox for the club. Okay, 45, nice. That's what I want to see. Bad gas. Zip, zip, zop. I am going fast. Whoa, okay. And actually, yeah, this is not a bad build to have the ability to summon little ghosties through whatever it's called. And I don't care about that guy, I'll just go. Now, the second... there really isn't too much more to say. Yeah, I do have boss rush already. There isn't really too much more to say on abiogenesis, again, because it's purely speculative. Our best attempts at replicating it have not succeeded. But the second definition of evolution that I'm going to talk about, or that John Lennox talks about, again, I don't remember all 5 together. Pills. Oh. Right. Right. Do I use the Emperor? Nah. I have a better chance of gaining soul hearts than I do bone hearts, don't I? The second definition of evolution that he talks about is what he describes as microevolution. In other words, hold on. In other words, and I may as well also describe the final version of evolution he talks about, macroevolution. Nice, that's perfect. He essentially says, do it, yeah. Oh, he's not dead. Well, now he is. Okay, where shop? He effectively says that... Oh, I'm excited again. You have microevolution, where you have small incremental changes in a species over time, and then you have macroevolution, in which you have one species evolving into another entirely. And he says that those are 2 different things. One is well proven, that is microevolution, but that the other, macroevolution, is not. And to some extent, he is correct about that. To some extent. Well, sure. Okay. Alright. Oh, hey, bud. Oh, yes, I do have the reach for you. Good. Ow. No. Don't be like that. Ow! No. I don't want to lose my bone heart. Do it. Find more of these guys. Woo! Nice. Nice. I mean, that doesn't help me, but... Cool. Great, thanks. Oh, I thought I lost my bone heart there. You know, I'm actually just not even gonna bother. Again, I'm learning. Look at me. Look at me go. Oh, I want that. I mean, it's... if only I had Gulp. Look at that fire rate on him. Oh well. This is better, I think. I need a heart. That's what I'm looking for out here. No. I want a heart. Heart, please. Heart me. Okay, great. No heart at all, and... Again, I'm not going for the boss rush. I already did that. I'm going for Hush, which I am perfectly fine with time-wise. I'm doing perfectly fine time-wise. But still... These lags. When is one of these rooms gonna pay off? Never, it seems. Go over there that I may leave the room for free. Thank you. So, again, he divides evolution into microevolution and macroevolution, and essentially says that we have only ever proven scientifically and empirically microevolution, not macro. He doesn't like macros, I guess. Okay. Oh, good. The Bible. That is good. That is quite good. Is it better than Tammy's head? You know, it might be. I'll take a half-off fanny pack. That's not bad. What else are we looking at? That's not worth it. That's not really worth it. That's not worth it. Let's blow you up, because I don't think I'll get that much more money. Neat. Yeah. I'm not really that much of a fan of the D4 unless I am absolutely desperate. Personally. Go get him. Let's blow you up. I kinda want that. I kinda want it. Kinda would like it. I'm a little surprised it wasn't there, with how often it feels like it often hides itself in those corners. Well, wait, hold on. It can't be there. It could be here, I suppose. It could be here, I suppose. But it's really down here. No. Oh. Then it's to the left here. It's definitely to the left. It's not? Don't tell me it's above the item room. I'm not even... I'm done. I'm done looking for it. We're moving on. So, microevolution, John Lennox has no real issue with. Again, yeah, I guess we are done. Bye-bye. And we go up. And I'm curious. None of those are great. Cool. John Lennox accepts scientific evidence for mutation and selection, the ultimate mechanics behind microevolution. He doesn't see any conflicts with those mechanics and Christianity whatsoever. And he sees microevolution as a natural process in which any species will change gradually and incrementally over time. What he ultimately disagrees with is the idea... I don't want to call it a narrative, because that makes it sound too agenda-like, but the idea, at least, that a lot of the more egregious changes that we see, you know, I'll take it. Oh. Man. Not egregious. Egregious is not a great word for it. He believes that the more extreme changes we see, the ultimate diversity of life itself, when taken as a whole, cannot be described by microevolution. Whew, okay, nice. I finally got a third bone heart, but must instead be expressed through some sort of divine intervention or creation. Now, one point that John Lennox brings up, which was very interesting, is the argument that the fossil record actually does more to... Hold on. Where are we going? Okay. I like it, but I don't need it. So one point that he makes is that the fossil record, at least in his opinion, actually does more to suggest creationism than macroevolution, and his argument that, it may sound kind of wild, but his argument is interesting. He claims that whenever we look at evolution as it seems to occur through the fossil record, what we're looking at is millions and millions of years of stagnation, of almost no change at all in a species that is the entire reason why we're able to look at something like a pterodactyl, which existed. You know, we don't have that many pterodactyl fossils. I mean, we have... I forget the number. There are more pterodactyl fossils out there than you'd expect, but we don't have that many that are that close in terms of time frame. Oh, oh, oh. There we are. That typically, with a lot of dinosaur fossils, what we're looking at is millions of years apart for the same species. We're finding bones that are dated millions of years apart for what appears to be a nearly identical sample, a nearly identical specimen, that despite millions of years having passed, there was little to no observable change whatsoever in the species. And yet... Oh, thank you. Oh, great. Okay. Where am I going? Where, like, physically, in the map? Oh, gross. Where can I go from here? Ow, no. Okay, good. I want to preserve my heart. I really do. Oh, I thought it was a dead end. I've collected too many things, I guess. It's time to back off, because I don't want to lose my heart. Go get... And great. Great, that's why. Don't teleport. Ugh. Oh, it was just over there. That's fine. I'll accept that. Are we looking at any tinted rocks in this room at all? Not that I can see any. Oh, this is fine. Yay. So again, his argument is that millions of years can pass without any noticeable change at all, and then suddenly, very suddenly, you had to explode in front of me, didn't you? Very suddenly, a species could radically, seemingly, change and transform into an entirely different, but somewhat related species. Why did I allow that to happen? Who knows? Now, there are some gaps in the reasoning here, admittedly. I'm sorry, Mr. Lennox. Oh, come on. I hate to be that guy, but as much as I am Christian, I have to admit that this is a scary room. That his logic is not that sound. Ooh, marrow. Nice. And that is very good. I have so many bombs. Let's see if I can't get a soul heart or two. Well, I got one. And just checking, yep, I already have the key. And we go. Let's go down here. Oh, great, more bombs. Yay. I'll check where you are. That was very dramatic, the beat drop there. How fast is my fire rate? I am tempted. I'm very tempted. I'll do it. And you. I wanted the damage. And then I take you. And then... Dry baby. Excellent, excellent. And soy milk? No. Well, wait. Wait. Hold on. Hold on. This may ruin my run. I want to try it. I want to try it. The left hand. Ooh. Ooh. Wait a minute. Huh. Huh. That's very interesting. The soy milk and epiphoria. That's a neat combo. And now I donate the rest of it because I don't have much else I can do with it. Not any luck. No luck at all, in fact. Okay. Yep, that's what I was hoping for. Does my fire rate increase actually affect this? I can't tell. But this is fascinating to watch. I don't do that much damage at all. Maybe I shouldn't have taken soy milk. I just really wanted the continuous laser. That's all it was. Can you really fault me for that? I had to try it. I had to test it. I'm a scientist of sorts. And now I just sit back and relax, basically. And talk. Why shouldn't I talk? Oh yeah, and I got friends to do stuff for me too. Yeah, even Abel is helping a ton. Nice. Alright, so, back to evolution. So, again, there are a number of holes in John Lennox's logic here. It's certainly not sound, but it is an interesting suggestion. Even if you aren't Christian, I hope you can appreciate attempts to criticize what is common understanding, not out of any sort of malice, but out of a belief that we could have still a better understanding that we're foregoing because of one reason or another. In other words, even if you disagree with John Lennox, even if you aren't a Christian at all, I hope you can respect the idea that we can still criticize scientific consensus. So, the first hole in the logic is that, no, all we really have are... Oh, neat, I can angle it. Yeah, okay, fine. The first hole in his logic is that all we really have to go on are bones, you know? So there could be a lot of evolutionary history happening that we can't tell at all because, again, all we're looking at is bones, when perhaps there's a lot more changes going on in, say, the skin or scale colors or feathers or what have you that we just can't observe because, again, all we have are bones. Okay, I don't like this. Good, he's finally moved off. I was concerned. So there could be evolution still happening, just in less obvious ways, less easily discernible ways. The second criticism is that it's, an intermediary species, if you want to call it that, may well exist alongside its predecessors. There's nothing in evolutionary theory that says that... Can I reach there? Oh, neat. I didn't even consider how that would affect the actual bones. I'm trying to avoid the tears, and I didn't. Oh well, he's basically dead. Yay! Hallowed ground, not a very great item, but whatever. Hey, there we are. And with not much else to go off of, I suppose we move forward. Don't get rid of that, I want it. We move forward and upward. With very little health remaining. But perhaps my tears will carry me through. Oh, scary room. How is my DPS? Not great. Oh, I don't need to avoid that. My DPS is not terrible, but not great. And I mean my actual DPS when you consider how low my accuracy is. Uh-oh. Okay. Has soy milk ruined my build? Perhaps. Perhaps. Oh, no way, a bad gas! I've always wanted one. I think what'll end up carrying me through is purgatory. Ironically. I want that, but... Oh! Now this is a good room. Yay, health. I don't want a fishtail. Ow, no! I just got that health. Oh yeah, I also need to go and grab my thingy back. My Hanged Man card back. Not that I need it, but that it's fun. I guess. Oh, I am glad I wasn't standing there. So, anyway, okay, neat. So the first thing he doesn't consider is that evolution can still happen. The second thing he doesn't consider is that the statue hurts you if you touch it. I didn't know that. Oh. I hope I'd still win today. I should make more use of this, I just don't have the health for it. The second thing he doesn't consider is that when a species diverges into two different species, they can still live side by side. And perhaps it's just that we've only so far found fossils of one or the other. There may still yet be times in evolutionary history where we just haven't found more fossils that show when certain species were alive at the same time. Again, fossils are pretty rare overall. Get you out of here. Yeah, this is too good of a DPS to actually fully give up. I really like this DPS. Okay, good, good. He's finally dealt with. I almost ran straight into that fire. That would have been bad. Is he... Can he finally... Good, good, good. What do I do about this boss? Yay! You gotta be kidding me! I wanted soul hearts! Is it time to go looking for the secret room? The super secret room. I think it may be. It may be that time. Although I have quite a few locations to check. And the regular secret room, too. Aha! Can I get the mushroom? Question mark? Is that actual... Oh. Cool. Another bad gas, no way! Let's do that. Yeah, okay, fine. Lots of money. Where... Oh, where could my super secret room be? Because I am a scared, sad little boy. That does help. I do appreciate that. And... That's all I got. That's all she wrote. Time to test my mettle. I think I'll stick with just you for the moment. Yeah. What? How? How? What even hit me? Thank you so much, Dead Baby. I goofed. Okay. My last chance here. I feel like I'm buffing him out. I'm grinding him down. Don't get too close to those. Okay. Okay. Slipped rib, very nice. Curse of Darkness, not great. And we got some very interesting things here. Damage is appreciated. I kind of want to take it. It's a range up, right? Yeah. Yeah. It's a very funny range up. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. There may be hope for me yet. Maybe. Oh. This is terrifyingly good. Oh. Oh. I didn't even know that you can get both at the same time? What does that do? I have to find out. Damage down, tears up, I feel nutty. Okay, that made my build slightly worse. Again, I do not want to be excited. Give me that. Oh, 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 that scared me. Okay. That is kind of insane looking. Where did it go? Oh. The range! The range on that! Why? Oh, okay. Okay, this is good. This is good. This is funny. Kane's eye does nothing for me. Effectively. Not at this point. Not at this late stage of the game. Ugh. Neat. Get back here. I want you. This is so funny. This is really funny. I'm glad I made a screwy build. Because it's fun. Now, I wish I was getting some sort of item out of this, but that's okay. I guess I don't need it. You were really trying to Curse of Darkness me, huh? Should I use Sulfur? I want to see. I think I was doing more damage before. I think. Also, the light in the Curse of Darkness effect is not helping. I mean, that's doing a lot of damage, but it's so... Ugh. I will absolutely take that. And now this is my official build. Okay, let me finish up talking about John Lennox. Neat. Hold, please. Oh, okay. Okay, Buster. Yeah, Sulfur was doing more damage, but it was not nearly as consistent, and also hurt my eyes. I do like that I scrub people out of existence, though. I buff them out, Captain. Not a single chest in the chest, huh? Aside from the starting ones. That is a ton of DPS, though, and there we have it. I mean, I can search for the secret room. I could also search for the super secret room. That one is the question mark. This is... Oh, I can't simply press... Oh, okay. I'll search for the super secret room. I'm sorry. First, I'll try over here. Yeah, okay, my bomb's poison, right. Bob again. Let's see. Reading my notes. I really thought it would be there. Oh well. Could be here. Could be here. No. Oh, interesting. So if you couldn't tell, Lennox is... There we are. I was hoping it would be one of those. Lennox is certainly a believer in intelligent design, although maybe not the, like, intelligent design movement itself, because, you know, I've went into that in the past, and how it's kinda yucky. Not sound reasoning at all. What? No! What? How could you? No! I hate this. I hate it here. I want this build to work. I really, really do, but things are just... Oh. Okay, where'd he go? There he is. Oh, that was close. Get you out of here because I hate the hands. And I can't really reach his face, but there we go. Okay. Gone. Gone. Gone with the wind. Oh. Kill the hand. No! As he finished up, that is so frustrating. I think I can win, but man, does that suck. There we are. Don't stand near the hand, it's gonna respawn on me. Probably. Ugh. This is nerve-wracking. I could win. I don't think I'll be able to beat Delirium, though. Just to be honest with you. I need to use Dry Baby more. Dry Baby plus the shield should be an amazing combo. I'm just not fully utilizing it like I should. Ooh. Okay. Okay, that's fine. I can deal with this. This I can't deal with so much. Let's do that. I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. Oh, thank you, shield. Oh, okay, it's go time. One of these is just gonna hit me from the side somehow. Oh! There! Oh! Oh! I'll take the Rotten Heart, and I'll try my best, but okay. A wild run, a wild build, it's probably gonna meet a wild end. Oh. Don't touch the bomb. Good, good, good. Oh. He's gone. He's gone. Yeah, I didn't have that many notes for today. I mean, this was something I wanted to talk about at some point, you know, but... Oh. Oh, neat. Can't be you. Actually, it could have been for all that I knew. I just, guessed. It's called a guess. Not sure if you've heard of it before. Bold new strategy. Whoa, hi, spider. Yeah, this was something I wanted to talk about for a while, mainly because I have an interesting theory regarding evolution that I don't think I mentioned before when I was talking about creationism. So there is still this issue, if you want to call it that, with... Oh, okay. With the... Bye. Ooh. Oh, hi. With the fossil record. There's an issue with the fossil record in that, like, it's a minor issue, honestly, but still kind of an issue that you were question mark. That was very close. I'm shocked I didn't die. I may actually die if I get hit in Bone Boy form. There's an issue insofar as when you look at evolutionary history, there are gaps that where, again, like, Lennox's criticism isn't completely unfounded, I think. Not that I agree with it that much either, but that there are gaps in the evolutionary history where we have species A and then nothing and then species B. Now, the thing is, the more fossils we uncover, the more those gaps fade away, and it turns out there are more smoother connections that go on beneath. Either of these could be delirium, and I don't like it. Okay, I wanted to check if I could effectively swing my little club and then leave a room and have it filled present, have it back in my hand, and I certainly can by the looks of it. Ooh. Nice. More and more soul hearts means I might be able to win. That looks suspiciously like delirium. That is most likely delirium out of the various rooms so far. Oh. Hey, stop that. I want to... What? Oh. Almond milk. Right. Right. I'm feeling nutty. That was close. That could have been bad. Oh, you're still alive. Anyway, there are still struggles within modern science to understand evolutionary history and some of the gaps in it, why they exist, and why we haven't found some more fossils to fill in those gaps, but the gradual general trend is that we are filling in those gaps and are forming a clearer straight line that connects various species and branches them off as well. But one theory of mine of how a species... Okay, one thing I also meant to mention but didn't is with his claim that a species may stay the same for millions of years and then rapidly change. Well, staying the same for millions of years actually doesn't disprove evolutionary theory. Sure, a species is expected to always be, changing, always randomizing its DNA and such. Yay! That doesn't mean that the species itself is actually going to micro-evolve. An individual may change their traits slightly, with every generation, but that doesn't mean that the species as a whole is going to either. This, I don't think, is. Yeah. I'm coming for you in a while, buddy. Okay, back off. Whoa, that was close. I thought I was doing... Oh, great. Well, there have been enough hearts lying around. Aha! I foresaw it. I want to keep my full health if possible. Hi, Dad's key. That was not worth it, but whatever. Let's go get health. Healthy. So, yeah, a species might not micro-evolve whatsoever because, to be frank, it doesn't need to unless the evolution is particularly advantageous, or at the very least, neutral, in order for those traits to spread throughout the species, to be positive traits. This might be... We're at the stage where everything might be delirium, but probably isn't. But there's one singular solitary room that is more likely than the others. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, my friend. Right against the wall. Fine by me. Ooh, I wish I had the luck to support that, but I do appreciate it. I could get with that demon bum and see if I can't get something out of him, but that would take a long time, wouldn't it? Still nothing. Okay. But there is still the question in the evolutionary history of why a species may change so much at certain points. And I think... Is that yes, Mother? It certainly is. I think... Oh, hey, bud. Bye, bud. Health? Conjoined! Ooh. I think that the more stress an individual experiences, the more that the DNA... this is... I don't know much about DNA or biology, admittedly, so I think this is an interesting theory. Let me know if it's unfounded completely. But it's a really neat idea, in my opinion at least, that the more stress an individual experiences, which suggests some ability for almost all living organisms to experience stress if this evolved very early on, and so almost all organisms have this trait. But the more stressful a creature's life, the... Whoa, I am shocked I didn't get hit, but maybe I'm just that good. The more varied their DNA will be when they pass it on, effectively meaning that... Oh, great. Okay. Okay. Don't laser me, please. Effectively meaning that a species, any given species, if it's going through a hard time, may evolve much more rapidly, and if it is not going through a particularly hard time, then it will evolve more slowly. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Oh, that is good damage. Also, since I have the Polaroid, this is working out really well, actually. Where'd you go? I may be able to win like this. I'd say, and immediately win. Very nice. I was not expecting to win. And yet I did. Wow. Wow. Very nice. So... Oh, Book of the Dead! Another book to add to my collection. My library. Again, I think it's a neat idea, so I understand that there are people out there like John Lennox who generally criticize a lot of macroevolution, and I know a lot of people roll their eyes when they hear macroevolution because they think it's kind of not a great argument or kind of a moot point to try and split evolution into micro and macro and say that one is valid and the other isn't. I think there's some validity to it, even if macroevolution is really just an extension of microevolution, and since microevolution is empirically real, then macroevolution by extension must also be. But it's not wrong, I think, to pick apart science like that and question what we really know, you know? Without being a conspiracy theorist or someone who tries to just undermine the work of others or someone who has their own agenda. I think John Lennox is a pretty good person from everything that I can tell. He is somewhat charismatic when he debates others over points of evolution and such, which I mean that in a positive way, not as in a cult leader sort of charisma. I think even though there are holes in his arguments, also, like, the book that I have of his is probably like a decade old at this point. I don't remember when he wrote it, but he's probably, from what I can tell, he does have some more recent books, and so perhaps those views of his have changed and evolved in their own ways, and they're more sound now. Maybe he has addressed the various criticisms. But again, I don't think it's wrong to just criticize what we know, as long as it's with, good intentions. And isn't harming anyone either. Anyway, that'll do it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you learned something. I am going with some easier topics for the moment, and then I'll dive back into a heavy topic at some point soon-ish. I'm just trying to relax. So, yeah, hope you don't mind. Also, if you know anything about evolutionary biology, do give my thought some consideration. I think it's a pretty neat idea. It explains some of the weirdness of looking at what we know of the fossil record, that species evolve more rapidly when they're stressed, and then evolve less rapidly when they aren't, and that perhaps this was a very, very early genetic or adaptation of life itself that dates to, like 1 billion years ago or whatever. And take care. Bye-bye.